KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade.
The inaugural Triton Women's Rugby Sevens tournament crowned the first ever champions. Taking home the trophy were the ladies from High Performance. High Performance went undefeated, winning the title after shutting out Paratodu in the finals 36-0. Paratodu finished with a record of 3-2 in second. Hybrid finished third with a 2-3 record, while the UOG Tritons were fourth at 0-5. The Tritons made their debut as the first ever women's rugby team for the university. Team captain Olivia Flores Elliott is one of a handful of National Rugby Team players on the winning squad.
Yeah, it's been about 2 years. We've been trying to get our return to play, all of this year, pretty much last year, but COVID, the waves are unpredictable, but it's so good to be back. We didn't think we were going to get this good of a turnout. The HP squad, which is kind of like the pre-course team for like the national squad that was anticipating traveling to Thailand in November of this year, which got canceled due to COVID. So we are anticipating continuing training and continuing series like these to help us throughout the years. We plan to go somewhere at least in the beginning of next year.
Vina Terlahi of High Performance was named most valuable player of the tournament. Doug Palmer, athletic director at UOG, says we can hopefully hold two more this spring. This tournament brought a lot of excitement to the rugby community.
It's good to have this squad and, playing against the other girls. There's a good mix of, senior players, and then we got some high school players, middle age, so the learning is different, but the rugby looks good. It's definitely grown over the years since we started, so we're really happy about that.
Palmer said it was a great start for the UOG team. Learning and building the program from here on out, it's an opportunity for student athletes to be part of a team, hone their athletic abilities, earn scholarships, and represent the University of Guam. Head coach Kayla Taguacta-Chung led the Tritons. She also serves as the recreational sports coordinator for the Triton Athletics Department. There were no spectators allowed to attend the tournament, but UOG streamed the games on their Triton Athletics YouTube channel. East across country from JFK, the Islanders and Guam Adventist Academy laced up for their 5.1K distance. Runners took 2 laps around the track, followed by 3 big loops around the campus. Both GAA and JFK unable to field a complete girls team. Islanders with only 4 female runners on the roster. JFK went on to sweep the top 5 spots. Hugh Kent finished first overall at 18:28, his third first-place finish of the season. Isaac Valdez came in second at 20:59. Landon Titanfong placed third at 21:04. Ivan Aguilar was fourth at 21:40. GAA's Donald Lloyd was the first to finish on his team at 23:25. FD traveled to St. John's to take on the Knights in boys IIAG high school soccer. The Friars got on board first with a goal from Nainoa Norton. EJ Sablon added another score in the 30th minute off a free kick for the 2-0 lead. The Knights respond 7 minutes later. Justin Lee to Justin Joseph, who passes the ball up to Mito Harmon, who gets the left-footed shot to go past FD's keeper. St. John's trailed 2-1 at halftime. Teammate Andrew Stenson tied the game at 2 in the 47th minute of play. Ball gets deflected by Jason Palomares. Stenson gives chase and outruns the defender. Soft left foot shot barely gets by the Friars keeper again as he dove to try and make the save. The celebration was short-lived because Riley Rama had other plans. Norton tries to tap the ball inside. EJ Sablon dribbles it back outside. Sablon gets around the edge and finds Rama in front of the goalpost. Rama giving praise to the football gods as his teammates make their way to dap him up. Big shout out to Aiden Johnson, bloodied up but still down for the celebration. Sablon was on a mission to get his grub on. Corner kick by Rama. EJ gets up and hits the header. Sablon puts the icing on the cake in the 80th minute +1 for the hat trick as the Friars went on to win 5-2. Annalisa Velasco San Nicolas recently competing in the Hawaii statewide UFC Ultimate Fitness Challenge for coaches and employees representing UFC Honolulu. You being the only competitor from your gym participating.
So I was called to do the competition by my fitness director about 2 days before the competition. I realized that we didn't have any representation and I felt like I was the best fit for it. to represent. So when we got to the competition, I was a bit nervous. Didn't really know what to expect. It was my first year competing. But when I got into the flow of it and got into the first heat, I was the first competitor in that heat, along with all the other gyms, coaches, employees. And not really being familiar with everybody, I just zoned in and focused on what I had to do in the exercises to come. The first heat that we did, we had to do it as fast as we could. So we had a minute on, a minute off, 4 exercises, about 8 exercises, and we had a coach watching and counting our reps and scoring us that way. So exercises all the way from a plate to overhead, some lateral box jumps, we had squats and wall balls. It was a whole array of MMA techniques and sports performance training techniques as well that we did. Once we got done with that, we went to the next opening round. So we let all the other heats compete and all the tallied scores came up. We went to the next round and I was the first heat again. And I got through that. And for the finals, my name was called and I went and I was able to do the final round. And that one was going to be a full on 10 exercises straight through as fast as you can. Whoever got done first won. And I got done with that whole heat within 3 minutes. And the rest of the competitors finished about, 5-6 minutes later. And so when I was done, I felt like a sense of relief. I felt so good and I felt like a whole weight was lifted off my shoulders. So I went there and I did what I was supposed to do and did what I was challenged to do and represented Honolulu.
In programming news, make sure to keep it locked to the stations of KUAM for all of your NFL action. We get you started early Monday morning, November 1st on KUAM TV 11, 3 in the morning, NFL on CBS, the Cincinnati Bengals at New York Jets. Change the channel over to KUAM TV 8, 10:20 in the morning, NBC Sunday Night Football. The Dallas Cowboys, led by Dak Prescott, at the Minnesota Vikings with Kirk Cousins under center.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade.